I am almost 60 years old. Yeah, I know. I go, God, really? Uh, my One of my good friends when I was growing up, we always had this running conversation about how we were both going to die extremely young. Too late, Bill. And it's not the aging. I'll just tell you this, in case you're worried about growing old. When you look at things from the inside out, nothing really changes. So, your skin may sag, you may lose hair, your body composition may change a little bit where you look more like a pear than you do like a banana. Just don't even think about that. It's really not to me, it's really not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I am proactive. I do try to stay in shape, and I do try to mind myself. I don't eat the right things, but for the most part, I'm doing fine, and I'm really happy about this. My friend Joseph, who I've known for a good while, and loved the video that he put out that was recapping his entire YouTube experience, and I said to myself, I want to do that. But I'm coming to the realization that I don't have the gift that he has to just sit and talk and be so compelling, which he does. But I'm going to do it anyway. He's agreed and he's encouraging me to do this, and so this is good. But I want to just kind of talk about YouTube a little bit and what it's meant, because there have been so many changes and so much has happened, and it's in complete flux right now, and I'm sure it'll settle down or it won't. But the good part is the positive impact of YouTube has already happened. It happened years ago. It happened in the 90s. It was one of these things where people started talking to each other, and people all over the world that normally would have to pick up a phone and have long distance charges, or people that just didn't know other people from all over the world, never had a chance to meet each other or to speak. And somehow the human condition and the people that used the media discovered we can find out what's going on all over the world, and we can make friends, good friends. Sometimes I spend more time chatting to people that I know on YouTube and through the social media than I do people that live in my neighborhood. I think people that are on YouTube know more about me and about this house than the people that, most of these people that live next door to me have never been inside my house, and it ain't gonna happen. Not that there's anything that I've got to hide, it's that I'm a lousy housekeeper. And my sister can barely come into the house because she's got asthma and stuff, and she, it's kind of like, well, Bill, help, and then, her head's just big, and she starts wheezing, and it's. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm not a housekeeper. I only let you see the parts that are really remotely passable. But look what has happened with what we've done. And I say we because it is a community, and it is everybody that's been involved. I go through a litany, a list of everything in my mind that I want to share and people that I want to talk about, and I'm not sure that I'm comfortable doing that because I don't want to leave anybody out. But there are so many people that have had such a huge impact, Joseph being one of them, Allie, Chris, Rob, William, Jason Dyer, Tino, Tom Milsom, Tom Bacon, Jason, Vlogbrothers, Chris Crass, all these people that I've gotten to know that have been so funny and so available and rewards. That's been the big reward for me on this, is the folks. Because I can't tell you what it's been like to be able to get on a Skype chat or start editing a script with Allie and Chris and turn it into a 3-person video where at one point Allie was in Australia, Chris was in England, and I was in the United States, and we would create these videos that we thought people would enjoy, and that and for it to come together, it really was like Christmas when the thing would get live and people would start watching. And now the channel is just stagnant. It's all there and it's not doing anything. Probably what this YouTube channel is going to become eventually. But I think about how many other ways we had to be in touch. I remember when Tom Bacon would do a weekly radio show, and he would put it, and it wasn't Stickam, I don't think. It was one of these services that you could watch him in the studio. One of the biggest thrills I ever got. I did the voice work for the show, and Mike Tyus couldn't make it in to do his. He was co-host, and he got sick or had another engagement. And so Tom Milsom filled in. So I sent Tom Bacon several clips of introducing Tom Milsom. And there is a shot where, Tom's in the back of the room, and he's doing one of these. And and you see him sitting there, and Tom Bacon hits my voice, and he's walking up a record. And I said, "Here's hexacordial himself, Tom Milsom." And you see Tom in the back just kind of start twitching with laughter, and he's shaking up and down. It just was, it was so funny, and I really enjoyed that because I thought, holy crap, And so here I am, this guy in this little town in Georgia, and then across the pond, this guy is playing on a local radio show that's going to everybody in the world. How can you take this for granted? I mean, Jesus, it used to be that just a call overseas to Britain took an act of Congress, but now we're all connected. It's crazy, but it's so great. It really, because when done right, it does nothing but good things. Yes, I know everything has its evil side, but when you think about what has happened here, and it's not what YouTube has done, and it's not what social media has done, it's what we have made it. It's you and me agreeing to talk to each other. And that's what I keep trying to push on BillTvMacon too, telling people, it's what you do with what you have. It's not what's given to you. You see these artists that take a blank canvas. If I were to take a palette of paint colors, a paintbrush, and go up to a canvas, it would be really sad. It would not be a fun day in artistic paradise. But you give it to somebody with talent and somebody that's capable of going up and creating a masterpiece. That, in many cases, is what's happened with social media. Yeah, I know it can go both ways, but for the most part, this has been one hell of a ride. If it ended tomorrow, then I'm not sure it will. I don't know what's going to happen next with social media. I think a lot of people are kind of starting to pull out, and a lot of people that were younger and really got into it are now older, getting jobs, starting families, life changes. But somehow I think we'll always have this. I think we'll always demand this. And I can't say enough nice things about the people that have encouraged me and the friendships that I've made and have helped me along the way.